To Tom.
And Amy, tonight's newsmaker is concerned the McNeil government has been rushing its new accessibility legislation. She says it's too important to push through without more consideration. Pat Gates is with Barrier Free Nova Scotia and the Canadian Council of the Blind. Ms. Gates, why is this act so important to you?
This act means so much to persons with disabilities. We've been waiting for this for years. If this act is a really good accessibility act, it will mean that we can participate fully in the daily fabric of our province of Nova Scotia.
What do you think of the act the way it is?
Well, there are substantial problems with it, and they need to do more consultation with persons with disabilities. They need to go back and have a second look at it, refine it. They need to do it right the first time.
What kind of barriers do you think that this act should remove, for example, your case?
Oh, in my case, this act should remove a lot of barriers. Other than being almost totally blind, I also have mobility issues, and I have accessibility issues getting into buildings, going up steps. Signage, for another thing, is a big barrier. Signage is not done properly. It's not done in large print, which it should be. There are a great many things that I couldn't detail them all now, but accessibility is a big issue, not only for myself or for persons who are blind or partially sighted, but for all persons with disabilities. And access can mean a lot of different things to different people. There's access to education, there's access to funding, there's access to assistive devices. And assistive devices are not mentioned in this current proposed legislation, nor does it mention people who live in poverty. A great many people who live with disability live in poverty. We need to get them out of poverty so that they can get education, get jobs, and live fully, participate fully in life.
So this act, there's a lack of detail, but also a lack of substance?
Yes.
And so
yes.
What's the fix here? What do you want to see the government do?
Slow down. Go back. Do more consultation with the people that it's going to affect, people with disabilities. They need to slow down. It was rushed through too quickly. And a lot of people couldn't arrange transportation to get here today so that they could give their opinion and tell the government what it really needs to do. So it needs to slow down.
I gather people were given a few days' notice, and as we're learning, you can't hire or book an Accessibus for less than 7 days advance notice. Is that right?
That's right. You need 7 days advance notice, and not only that, but you need to get up, be prepared to start phoning Accessibus at 7 a.m. in the morning. And even then, you're not assured of a seat when you need one. So transportation is a big thing for people with disabilities, and that's only in the municipality. For instance, as this act covers all of Nova Scotia, it also covers Cape Breton, and people in Cape Breton were not given adequate notice that, for instance, that this meeting was going to take place today. So they couldn't get here. People on the South Shore couldn't get here. So it's, yes, we need advance notice, and that's a barrier.
So what does that oversight, I guess, say about the thinking that went into this act?
Well, it says that people are not paying attention. And in some cases, they don't realize. A lot of people, if you don't live with a disability 24/7, you don't realize what it entails to even get out of bed in the morning, or what transportation you require, or how you have to arrange for your attendants to come with you to a meeting or an event like today. So you can't participate fully in the fabric of daily life.
Well, Ms. Gates, we're glad you took a few moments to talk to us today. Thank you very much.
You are quite welcome. Thank you.
There you go, Amy. That is tonight's Newsmaker interview.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Well, next on CBC.